late afternoon or whatever if I'm traveling up that way. I stay right behind them and. Okay, we're good to go. Good evening. I'd like to call the regular meeting of North Branford Planning and Zoning Commission for Thursday, June 2nd to order. In attendance are regulars member Galdenzi, Leskovitz, and myself, Dulac. Old business, PZ application 2014-15-6 is still with the state of Connecticut DEP. And also seated for is now, oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was Dave walking. I didn't even look. We'll just give her 1 second to go. But our first order of business tonight will be PZ application 2016-8. That's 824, 828 East Main Street, Branford, and Boston Post Road. So we'll just give her 1 second to set up. And, all right.
They had fire
It's all the way around. We'll come in here and maybe help. What's the difference? No, this is for the state.
Yeah, no, I know. I think that would help us. It won't be a public hearing.
Oh, for here, I thought the state, this was going to the state, they were having to.
Yeah, state, as long as they got enough petitioners.
25 or more.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be there, not here.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
I think that's the state.
Or they can have it here or with the state running it. I mean, who knows what they'll do. I don't, I mean, Carrie was, when she heard back of, she was gonna contact them or whatever, but she wasn't sure either where they do it.
I know.
But but I'm sure the people who signed the petition would be notified where it is, so, yeah.
I just didn't understand about this, that's what we said.
Yep.
I know that had something to do with the state.
Yep. All set. All right. All right, so, yeah, so you can start off with the application?
Sure.
Yep.
For the record, my name is Robert Harrington. I'm an attorney in Branford. My client is Christopher Balistraci, who is the contract purchaser of the property, which is under consideration tonight. We have had, this is, as you know, a request for site plan approval for the particular use cited in the application. It is not a special exception. It's not a public hearing. It's merely to present the site plan. So I'm going to ask Mr. Criscolo, who's the expert, to explain the site plan as he's developed it in accordance with your regulations, and then when he's done with that, I'd like to just address some general matters about what the use is going to be, and more importantly, where it's going to be.
Just before you get started, Bob, also now attending is regular member Holgren.
Okay, good evening. For the record, my name is Bob Criscolo, and this is a site that is about 1 acre in size. Upside down 1 acre in size.
All right. Ah, there it is.
That looks a lot better. Anyway, East Main Street is down at the bottom of my map. North is this way. Kind of a unique site because North Branford kind of comes through the 1/3, 2/3 part of it. Parcel is basically about 182 feet deep, 170 feet wide. It is 1 acre in size. 0.7 acres of the site is in Branford, which is all of the front, and about 0.3 is in North Branford. I've indicated in yellow the existing building, and it's about 9,000 square feet in size. It was proposed and approved both in North Branford and in Branford back in 2001 before this commission. And it was proposed as an antique dealer, Clockwork Towers. He's operated out of there many years. There was an office component for his architectural practice that was in the back, and some storage bays. Very, very nice site. This dark yellow area, if you've gone by, as a canopy, which was kind of the signature of the building. But to get into the site stuff, just briefly to let you kind of get a feel for the lay of the land, this is the center entrance of the property. It has 11 parking spaces existing in the front. It has 10 along the side, 14 over in this area. A little bit of a loading dock over in this area, so 35 spaces were proposed and constructed in 2001. At that time, because of North Branford and Branford calculations were slightly different, we got an approval for 10 in reserve, and this is a site plan that never ever had to use those additional parking spaces. So the property can accommodate 45, never ever was at that. When you go by, and for the use that we're proposing, clearly will be under that, because there's only a few employees. There are no site plan changes. And I've indicated on the plan itself, and I put in X's so that you kind of see what's going on, and Mr. Harrington will go over it a little bit more. But the front 3,000 square feet would be the laundromat. There is an office component and a storage component in the center of about 1,000 square feet each. There is what's called the Laundry Express. Mr. Harrington will describe what that is. That's 2,000 square feet, kind of in the center of the building. And then the remainder of the building, which is about 2,016 square feet, is storage in the rear, and is proposed to remain that way. Very nice site, beautiful lighting from the standpoint of dark skies. It has compliant shoebox fixtures. We have done an ISOLux plan at the time, nicely landscaped, and there are no improvements proposed as part of this again, and it had gone through at that time the Inland Wetlands Commission in Branford. So with that, I'd be available to answer any engineering questions. There's really not a lot going on because it seems like more of a change of the use. So I'll turn it
Bob,
back.
just two questions. On the northeast and southeast border, what are those two boxes?
This box right here is the reserve area that I talked about.
Oh, okay.
5 spaces were designated there, and another 5 here, and another one.
Okay, all right.
So I was trying to really bring back and prepare a new map, which I did, of what was proposed before and where we're at. Nothing is proposed to be done as far as expansion of any market, the village money there. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Harrington.
Thank you. Members of the commission, as Mr. Criscolo pointed out, this is a property that lies in 2 towns, obviously, Branford and North Branford, which is why we're here. The front section is what I'm going to just refer to as the laundromat, because that's how we all know it. It's a regular laundromat like you've probably used yourself in your younger years, and that people still use today. So it would have 45 washing machines in it, has 45 dryers in it. It maintains hours of operation, which would be from 7 to 11, Monday through Sunday. There would be an employee there that would manage the business and be on site for obvious reasons, security, make sure machines are running, make sure the business is running smoothly. So all of that takes place in the front. All of it takes place entirely within the town of Branford. It all takes place inside. So there's nothing that anyone is going to see from the outside as to what's going on. The only way people would know it's a laundromat is because there'll be a sign that says so. If you go then back to this square here, which is 1,000 square feet of office and storage, that likewise is entirely within Branford. Toward the far rear is a 2,000 square feet of storage space. And in the middle here, straddling both Branford and North Branford, is the 2,000 square foot area, which will be the Laundry Express. The difference between the Laundry Express and the laundromat is, and it's not a commercial service in the sense that it's a Cintas or something like that. It has 6 large capacity industrial washers, 6 large capacity dryers. That's it. The way it would operate is people could either drop their laundry off like you do it, like you used to do at Chinese Laundry years ago. I don't even know if any of those are around anymore. But you can drop your laundry off there, or there'll be a pickup service that'll be available too. And in the internet age, I guess you can get an app on your phone which will allow you to simply punch it in and out. I'm still using the flip phone, so I don't know how many of that operates. But that's essentially what will happen here.
So there's six, so it's called 6 commercial size washers, dryers, and then on top of it, there's 45 regular washers and
Yeah,
dryers.
like you see in a regular laundromat. So
Are those gonna be used for commercial, or?
No. Everything in the front here is self-service. Everything in this 2,000 square feet block here, which is in the middle, is, that's where you drop it off, and there'll be 2 or 3 employees in there that will take care of those. And that will run from 8 o'clock to 6 on Monday through Saturday, those are those hours. But again, there's no activity that takes place outside. It's stop in, drop your things off and leave, or they will be picked up by a cargo van 2 or 3 times a week and dropped off.
I'm sorry, you said the commercial, what were the hours for the commercials? The commercials?
6.
8 to 6?
Right, Monday through Saturday. Now, the products that are used, laundry detergent and softener, are no different and will be no different than what you could purchase at Big Y or Stop and Shop or any other place that sells laundry product. We use the exact same thing. The only difference is it comes in bigger boxes. There aren't any dangerous chemicals that are going to be used. There's clearly not going to be any dry cleaning going on the property. So if it's even permitted, you wouldn't want to do it because then the property would be rendered an establishment, which would create a whole layer of environmental regulations that the government would be simply don't want to get into that. But there will be no dry cleaning going on. So essentially, the same process that occurs in the front in the laundromat area will be the process that occurs in the laundry express area. And it is not a 9,000 square foot commercial laundry establishment as some people have alluded to it. In fact, when in writing it is not. As far as venting is concerned, the way it works is everything is vented through the roof. So if you have 45 washing machines, you don't have 45 pipes, vent pipes that come up through the roof. You'll have several machines will essentially vent into one large pipe. You'll probably have in this area, that being the laundromat, 3, no more than 4 actual pipes that will come up out of the roof, and in the back one you might have 2. So that's it for venting, and then of course you have substantial distances between adjacent properties, so that anything that went up would continue to go up since hot air rises and would disperse as well.
The question I have is like the 45 in the retail space, or for walk-ins or whatever you want to call it,
Yes.
plus the long hours, even Saturday through Sunday. Now, most of these types of businesses that I've used when I was younger as well were probably at least half the size
That's true.
with shorter hours. So why such the expanded, or the 45, and also the stay open until 11 p.m. on like Saturdays and Sundays?
Because that's the way modern laundromats operate. My client has one in East Haven. He has another facility in Hamden that he's been operating successfully for years. He also started one in Brantford at the Richland Plaza, if you've ever been there. Well, it's there, and it has a large number of machines too, I think on the order of 45. My client actually started that and sold it to the person who's continuing to operate it successfully today. But that's the modern way to operate these things. If you have the space available and can use it, you use it. If your space parameters dictate you have to go with something smaller, then you have to make a business decision as to whether or not it's worthwhile to go there or not. But again, there's nothing that's going to happen here that anybody can demonstrate demonstrably. They can provide any evidence, any facts that are going to say that this is going to interfere with anybody in any of the surrounding properties. The one that my client started, Mr. Balistraci started in Brantford, as a matter of fact, is surrounded by residences. And there's never been any problems there. In fact, the chairman of the Brantford Commission noted that when we went in front of him 2 weeks ago. He lives right in that neighborhood, and has never had issues with that.
Bob, are you designing the exhaust? Is
We
that
have
something you
not-
get involved in?
We have not been commissioned for that portion.
Whatever regulations are required for us, building regulations, fire regulations, environmental regulations, whatever required to operate that business will be adhered
Yeah.
to, just like any other business would be required to do.
And the
So-
only thing that's in North Branford right now is the back storage area and part of this express laundry, right?
That's correct. Everything else,
Is in
which is
Branford.
the larger portion of the structure actually is in Branford.
And they've already approved it.
Yes, it's already been approved. Now, I know you received a letter from an attorney, which I got at 4 o'clock this afternoon, but I had an opportunity to read it. And I will say this, it is not a commercial, 9,000 square foot commercial plant-like laundry. I hope I've made that clear in my description. Also, we were very careful about deciding how to come here. We didn't try and skirt the question of whether or not it fell into a category that needed a special exception or it fell in a category that needed a site plan. The category that we selected in consultation with your town planner is the one we chose because it's the one that most accurately fits what it is that we're doing. And that's why that was selected. The comments also appear to be in the nature of trying to take what is a simple site plan approval process and asking you to treat it like it's a special exception, where you obviously have more discretion than you would have in site plan. So the fact that they're asking for you to put limitations on business hours, how many times the vehicles can come and go, how many parking spaces we can have, all of that, to my mind, has nothing to do with site plan approval and is just a backdoor way of trying to control the use or try to impose special exception standards on what's otherwise a site plan.
I think you talked with our town planner, and, this is the right venue for this.
That's what we think. So, but to the extent an attorney has said no, as an attorney, I have to obviously take the opposite position especially when I believe we're correct. If we thought that it required a special exception, we wouldn't have wasted everybody's time. We just would have started off on the right road and continued on that path. That's what we did in Branford.
And the only question, if they have overcapacity in the commercial, will they be using the other areas for the commercial overflow?
No, it won't be set up that way.
Okay.
So, most of these machines up here too are coin operated. In fact, they're all coin operated. So unless Mr. Balistrace is going to keep a large supply of quarters on hand, no. He's an experienced laundryman, with over 28 years, I think, in the business. So he knows what his needs are. If there are any questions, I'd be more than happy to address them.
So is the East Haven facility at overcapacity?
Pardon me?
The East Haven facility that you already have, it's
Yes.
commercial. Is that overcapacity?
Well, it's not commercial, it's a regular laundromat.
Oh, you said you had a commercial place in East Haven.
No, then I misspoke. He has a laundromat in East Haven and he has a laundromat in Hampton.
Is there any other commercial facility sites?
That he has?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. No, there's not.
This isn't a commercial site, right?
Well, the back portion was it.
No,
No,
it's not.
It does the exact same thing the laundromat service does, except that people drop their stuff off and somebody does it for it. Drops their laundry off and somebody.
Or it could be picked up. You can consider it commercial. It's not the walk-in, whatever you want to call it, but it's not, it could be the walk-in, but there's,
Probably could be like a restaurant or something with all their chefs.
I guess you could say
And
that.
it's not someone's home or
No.
apartment.
Yeah.
So it's
It's not geared
For
for-
me, it's commercial.
The back portion is not geared for public use, it's more
That's correct.
mainly for large volume.
drop off some pickups.
Right.
Yeah.
Larger volume. But the source would be homes.
Or, well, whoever the business, you're not gonna limit the business. If somebody calls you up, because, it's a restaurant or a home or whatever, but yeah.
But the business.
It's not a
owners would
hospital
be-
because they have their own, but it's
Yeah.
restaurants, could be commercial.
Yeah. So, but it's partial. That one's the larger section of it compared to larger as far as capacity of each of the machines compared to the ones in the front.
There's nothing that we're doing that's planned that in any way falls outside the parameters of our operation.
I think what they're getting at is to have the
I'll read
large machines
comments.
in the back.
Right.
even if it's for me sending you picking up my laundry, you're not gonna put them in that huge machine.
That's a
You
facility.
obviously are hoping or are planning on getting restaurants that'll send all their tablecloths, right? Something like that.
Things like that.
Well, you
This
know
is
what,
the-
my client maybe can address that better than I can. about what this is.
My name is Chris Balistraci, the proposed applicant, and I think it's a question of semantics. You're all right, it is a commercial, the Laundry Express will do commercial stuff where we go and pick up and deliver stuff. It has different machines, but the two are totally separate. The public one is in the front, the quasi-commercial pickup and delivery is in the back. So it's a matter of semantics, but yes, I think you're all right in the sense that it's pickup and delivery of home and businesses in the back only.
Large,
No
large
public.
amounts, large amounts.
Or
of-
small, like you said, we pick yours up, we pick up a big.
Yeah, but you
lunch.
pick mine up, you're not gonna put it in a big machine with
Well,
20 other
we have-
people.
We have different size machines in the back, so we never mix laundry with anybody, but we have different size. So if we have a small load, we'll use the small machines, big loads, we use the big,
Is the front unit gonna be staffed?
all the time,
Okay,
never
so
unattended.
the front unit, is the front area gonna be, also have drop-off?
It might in the future. The back is the pickup and delivery part of it.
For large loads?
Yes, sir.
Usually one type of laundry.
Yes,
The
sir.
front area, and I've been to laundromats having where I go to have my big comforters done, because
Right.
they won't fit.
Right. That's
And I've
right.
seen people bring in laundry, and I see people, the attendants go out, put the coins in, and do the laundry in the small ones.
Yes, we
So
do
that's
that
good.
at our current location. yes.
Okay, so if you do your current ones, that's your model then? So you
Yes.
can still do it at the front one too?
That is correct.
Okay. When it first came proposed to us before about having a laundromat there was no statement about having a commercial laundromat though at all. That's part of the operation.
But exactly as we've described.
No, when it came before, they said they were gonna add a laundromat to the possibly change Clockwork Towers to a laundromat. Nothing about a commercial portion of it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not against it, I'm just saying
No, no, no,
that's the way it was brought up.
Yeah, it was brought up as a dry cleaner. I mean, that's how original.
No, it was the laundromat.
Was it? Because I thought they said both, when they were talking about it, but.
And just for the
Oh, right.
record, because this came up with Branford too, we will never, ever do any dry cleaning in this building as,
Yeah, I don't think I
as
remember
Bob
dry
said.
cleaning at all.
We don't have approval, we won't do it, we don't want to get involved in the chemicals. Everything in these two different sections will be what we all use in our home.
Right. It's already been approved goes into the local sewer system, it's already been approved, right?
Yes, we have our discharge permit for Brandon,
Okay.
which is where.
So do you know anything about the air handling unit or the exhaust fan? Is that, at what point
Yeah,
can we
it's
talk
really
about that?
very
Because-
simple. It's no different than your dryer at home, because it's moist, wet air with softener and bounce, and it evaporates within.
I meant more, is it have enough exit velocity and the noise, the frequency, low frequency noise cascades through the neighborhood and drives people crazy?
Okay,
That kind
so-
of, those concerns, not,
Okay, so you mentioned a few things. Number one, the size is dictated by an engineering thing. You have to have a certain amount of cubic volume of vent for the number of
Right.
dryers that you have. So that's an engineering thing, and that is specific. As far as the noise, in 28 years, I've never had anybody complain about the noise, because by the time the dryer noise inside the store goes up the stack as you're describing, there is no noise.
from the fan motor itself I'm talking about.
Oh, okay,
If it's
okay,
not
okay. There is
shrouded or
no,
shielded.
the vents
Because the
are,
Branford location, it's a pretty noisy area, I'm not sure this is as noisy, so
All
when
the
you
vents-
stick a big
no, but
air
all the
handling
vents
unit.
from a laundromat are, I don't know what the technical term is, but there's no fan in them. It's just the air, the hot air rises and goes out.
So
There's
you're
no
not-
fan circulation in it.
So
no
it's just the
laundromats-
exhaust from the dryer
That's right, there is a
cascading
fan
out
in the
just
dryer.
naturally? Yeah, right.
Behind
Right.
the dryer, but there's no bigger fan pulling the air out.
Okay.
It's all
Good,
on its own.
okay.
For the record, Bob Criscolo, I first met Chris in East Haven with his first facility, second facility, what year was that?
1989.
So time flies when you're having fun. And I've done surveys there with him after and helped him with the whole thing. And that's on Main Street, but then it also butts up to a residential
Yeah.
neighborhood. And my experience in doing work there, never ever have I heard any noises or any smells at all. It's a clean operation, it
Yeah,
really is.
okay, good.
All set? Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have anything?
Just will sort of acknowledge our receipt. We did receive that letter. I think you all have a copy from Attorney James Nugent, Barlow, Adams, and Friedman, P.C., attorneys at law, dated June 2nd. The comments is a copy of the resolution approved by the Town of Branford Planning and Zoning Commission for the application, which you have in your packet as well. Also, there are comments of the fire marshal, his basic comments, let me see, a preliminary review was conducted in accordance with Connecticut General Statutes, NFPA, and Connecticut State and Fire Prevention Codes. For a laundry express facility, no problems with said use group and location, the property. AHJ, which I think authority having jurisdiction, will be conducting all inspections per Connecticut Fire Prevention Codes. Building Department, dated 5/24. The only comment was Branford will take the lead in inspections and permitting because of the crosstown jurisdiction. I had no comments, and the zoning enforcement officer had no comments. So that's basically it for what we have just in the record and comments.
Did you see, there was a comment from Kerry about the access?
Oh, yes, and it's Kerry's.
824, 828. Cut through? Is there a?
Oh,
is there a-
there's,
Is there an issue with it? Is
well,
there some-
there's a missing curb between
that's-
butting up to this property
Oh.
and the adjoining
It's a cut through
driveway.
because of the missing curb?
I have a photograph if you want to see.
Yeah, and there's actually a
Yeah,
photograph in what I'm handing out there.
This says close off the
It says-
opening in order to keep both parties
Yeah.
on their land and reduce the ability to cross from
To
one
eliminate
party.
the possibility from someone driving from this property to the abutting.
Can you just show where that is? I mean, I saw it in the picture, but,
It's right about here.
Yeah, okay, I see it.
okay, and what's,
Oh.
and
As a
what's
matter
it,
of
Bill,
fact,
and Bill, is it Bill Miller's to your right?
No,
Bill
yeah.
Miller's
Is
There's
over
a-
there?
There's
Yeah,
actually a house in
and
back.
there's a residence
yeah,
here.
Right.
gotcha.
So it's not.
I have a photograph of you.
I saw it in there.
Okay.
The
Yep.
curbing is circled on those photographs, the missing piece.
And it's also shown.
Yeah, I thought it was an
it's also
actual
shown on our
cut.
plan.
Yeah.
It's not a cut, there's no like driveway or anything, right? It's just.
No. it's-
Well, the potential, someone
Yeah,
could
right,
drive
right.
over it, and
Well,
I
that's what
think,
I'm
Through the woods and under the
visualizing.
trees.
The curb is missing, so,
Curb's missing.
so we could cross over to the other property, although I don't know why, because it's here, I don't know why somebody from here would go this way as opposed to just going this way, but
I don't even know how they would.
we've had some people go from the back property across, but it is in fact missing.
Whose curb is it?
Pardon me?
Who owns
The curb is on, the curb itself that would stop people from crossing over is on our property. There's nothing to preclude the gentleman
Got
who
one
lives
resident from
back
Barrington.
here from putting a curb up the block too. Either party could put it up, it's just right on the property.
Was it ever a curb there? Was it knocked off by plowing?
You know, I can't tell that. It doesn't look like it was, I mean, I've been there a number of times. It doesn't look like it was knocked out, but it's odd that it would run down to this point and stop and then start again over here.
I always thought that the person behind there owned that property. That's what it looks like. They developed their front property, the house being in back at one time or something, you know?
There was a house where, 10 years ago, before he built that back section, there was a house there that they removed.
Okay.
That's what they thought in Branford too, they mentioned that.
Is the architect gonna stay in there?
No, he's not. He is retired.
Okay.
I think he's about 80.
And where are all the
Antique people now?
antique people going?
We don't know where they're going, but they will be vacating. Assuming we have a closing.
No.
For any wall.
No, there's a bunch of,
For any wall.
people leave space in there.
I know he's retiring, so he's probably just.
He who? The architect.
No,
Friendly.
Ian.
Oh, that runs
Friendly.
the,
Friendly.
You know, I have a full-size picture of that curve.
that's fine.
He was
The one you have.
antique guy.
It looks like the curving itself ends and is formed, it's beveled over.
Okay.
You can see it right there.
There's a white line there, too.
Yeah, it doesn't look like somebody knocked it out from a
Yeah.
plow, it looks like it's beveled.
Could be an emergency exit or something.
Or if there's a heavy snow, I suppose you could
Help drain it.
drive through to get to the property in the back. But it doesn't benefit us.
The back one, the white line.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So that's a concern, why?
But we're going to cross over onto their property.
Oh, all right.
I'm more concerned about the other way around.
Yeah, thank you.
Some more, so.
I'm just waiting for Bill. I didn't know if you had anything else. Dave, you have anything else?
No?
Yeah. Carrie, we had typed up something for consideration.
Yes, she'll email it.
Okay.
If we need it, we can.
I don't understand this.
What's it?
These existing conditions.
That's from the previous approval.
Oh, the 23 and 25, I thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, can we read?
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay, I move to approve application 2016-8, site development plan under section 23, schedule A, line C1, and C-22.1, for change of use to laundromat and storage at 824 to 828 East Main Street, Branford, and Boston Post Road, North Branford. Assessor map 3, lot 16, it's a B1 zone. Owner is OPUS LLC, applicant Christopher Belestraki, as shown on plans. Existing conditions number 824 to 828 East Main Street, Branford, and North Branford, Connecticut, prepared for Chris Belestraki. Property map prepared by Criscola Engineering LLC, March 23rd, 2016. And existing conditions 824, 828 East Main Street, Branford, North Branford, Connecticut. Prepared for Chris Belestraki. Site plan for proposed laundry express, prepared by Criscola Engineering LLC, March 24th, 2016. With the following standard conditions: 2, 4, 14, and 15, and special condition 22. And the special condition is: the opening in the curb cut along east side of the property shall be closed with matching curbing.
Second.
We have any discussion on that?
Got one question I see on Carrie's town plan report. It says about utilizing dry cleaning loop refrigeration system. But you said there's gonna be no dry cleaning on the site.
Absolutely not.
So can we add that to, there'll be no dry cleaning on the site, on the approval?
I think she's She's just saying it's in our regulations.
Okay.
That would fit our regulations,
All right.
right, North Branford?
It would
Or
then be a
regulated.
change of use?
Under the other,
It'd be a change of use. I think it'd be, because right now it's falling under.
C1?
C, but I think if it becomes a,
well,
then it would fall under C22.
preserves limited, sorry, this is technically dry cleaning establishments, when you use like dry clean, are permitted, but that's not what they've listed, I think, on their statement of use, doesn't
Right.
doesn't include that, so.
Okay, it's in their statement of use, since we know dry cleaning.
Good point.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, if they did that,
approve.
they would have to come back.
Yeah.
Answers my question, I approve.
Right. Any, seeing no
approve.
other discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, it goes 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okey dokey, Smokey. Town planners report. Acting is town planner in temp.
Yeah,
What's
no report.
what's the Latin?
Absentee is.
Or whatever it might be. So what do we got going on the 16th or the 14th, or is there anything else?
I can't answer that.
Okay.
I'm not aware of any big item coming
Right.
that's been referred to me at this point, so.
Okay.
And I think,
Anyone not here?
I don't know if I'll be here on the 16th. And we know Ron is out the whole month of June, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he said he was out the
I think he
first.
said the whole month, didn't he?
Yeah, the two meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I didn't yell.
but if, because Charlie will not be joining us.
How's his back
so-
doing?
Well, he's retiring.
Yeah, but he hurt his back, what is it?
Oh, he's doing, that wasn't that bad. I mean, it was, yeah, from here, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's not putting up for a reappointment or?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so if one of you three can't make it, let me know, and I'll make sure I'm here. I have a graduation in New York. I was gonna leave Thursday night, or Thursday afternoon, but if you can't make it, there's something on the agenda, I don't mind leaving a little later, so.
I'm here as far as. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
this
This
one,
is
when they,
Mhm.
it's June 16th.
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah, if you can't make it, don't worry about it. Just
I know
reply,
I'm gonna be
just reply-
away, but I don't know the exact date.
yeah, when they
right now.
send out the who's gonna, reply also, I can see who's gonna be here, so then I
Yeah.
could, and then I'll just accordingly, so.
Okay.
No bond reductions.
No.
I was liking that, we had a few of them.
Well, we're gonna chisel away at them,
Are we?
and, yeah. Because we would just keep tonight light.
Leave us.
All right. So, Fran,
Fran.
now that Charlie's
I make a motion
retired,
we adjourn.
Second?
is there a second? I mean, somebody?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.